Hello, I'm Nick Fouch from Fouch Off Grid. Here we are, day 4 at the Permaculture Design course at Wheaton Labs.
Okay, so you're cooking on lava, dude. That's fantastic.
So I had the opportunity to cook on a cooktop powered by a rocket stove. I was doing my kitchen duty, which is one of my chores, as it came around, and the cook asked me, "Do you know how to light a rocket stove?" And I said, I guess so. And so I did.
And do it the way I do it, and we'll see if it.
Yeah.
It was a little bit different than lighting a rocket mass heater. It was also different running it and maintaining that fire and what is the right temperature. I got the fire going okay, wasn't too big of a deal. And then the cooktop started heating up a little bit.
It's very open. Like there's
Oh, perfect.
The rocket stove grill heated up much more quickly than, for example, a charcoal grill. And although it was our temptation to fill it with as much wood as possible, we learned later from the instructor, Tim Barker, who also was the builder of these rocket stoves, that it works best with just three pieces of wood, 3 sticks of wood, as they're shown here.
I think they were a little well done. Somebody said something about ash in them, and you know, it's a little bit rustic, and I certainly need more training, but that's what I'm here for. So I got trained in on that style of rocket stove, which is quite different from the rocket mass heater burn chamber. So the first exercise of the day, I'll preface this by saying today there were a lot of exercises that were sort of thought experiments, and it felt a little bit like, you know, sort of corporate workshop team building exercise where you push your boundaries, except that it isn't geared towards making a company better or somebody else's purpose. It really was a lot of hard questions about ourselves.
Today's exercise. You are dead. Last night, Stuart accidentally put rat poison in your meal, and overnight, you all died.
He was forcing us to think about, if our life ended today, how would we feel about that? Not just how would we feel about it, because we'd be gone, but what would we regret, and how would we be remembered? So I feel like making a list like that, a list of your regrets and how you'll be remembered, it's almost like writing a to-do list. It's like, it's going through the exercise of, I need to be able to achieve some of my goals before I leave this place.
It can be quite powerful and quite upsetting for a lot of people, but what it does is it allows you to focus down on what you really want to get out of your lives. I mean, you know, we plan a holiday, you know, we plan so many things, but wouldn't it be great if we could just spend a little bit of time planning our lives?
So it was rough, because that's not the best, not the easiest thing to talk about. And we weren't forced to share it with the class or anything, or there were no group hugs and no crying on shoulders, but we were all sent off on our own to just go think about it, and it's a good exercise for us. So much of permaculture design comes from yourself, from where you are able to fit into this natural environment that you're going to manipulate. And why are you manipulating it? It's for your purposes, so that you can benefit directly from the ecosystems that you engineer. So you better know a whole lot about yourself. So then we spent a good part of the day talking about holistic context, and that is a series of questions that you can go through in order to essentially find out what is important to you in design and sort of in life. And it's a really useful exercise before you go into design work in order to, sort of lay out some priorities.
So I'll stretch your legs, and we're all starting to glaze over a little bit.
In the afternoon, today was the day where we start our project. So what we're doing is we're designing a bare piece of the property here, so that everybody can look at it, everybody can have the same familiarity with it. The instructor knows the property. Before I came here, I had the impression, and apparently the false impression, that I would be able to do design work on my own property. I came ready with my site maps all done, ready to rock, ready to talk all about my property and to really flesh it out. But as soon as I heard we were doing something here, it made total sense. How could he possibly advise me on a piece of land that he's never seen, doesn't know the climate for, and we're not able to both work together to look and see the same thing? So we divided up into groups. This is a group design project, which I haven't done since college, but I think it'll be good. I mean, every person in that room is super smart and really eager to put the effort into learning this stuff. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here. It takes significant effort to get here and be here, and it's a long course, so they're in it for the long haul. My group of 6 is, there's a bunch of go-getters, and we have a nice variety of skills. I don't know plants hardly at all. There's a couple of people in there who really know plants. Some people don't have a design background. There's me and somebody else who has a lot of drawing experience and design and photography. So I think it's going to be a great mix. We were sent out to sort of collect information about our site. We started working on our site map. We are interviewing our client. So we were assigned, well, we got to choose from a number of people around the property, staff mostly, people who are here and sort of familiar with the area and have an interest in permaculture. We chose the cook, Stuart. Super nice guy, super smart guy, really has a lot of curiosity about it, and he's just fun to talk to. So we started interviewing him.
So can you tell me what you're doing?
So right now we're interviewing Stuart for design of his property, of his make-believe property. He has 4 acres at the top of Paul's property. So the questions we went through are if he had any allergies or preferences in food. We found that he is allergic to ragweed and probably tree pollen. He's a chef, so he loves herbs and spends a lot of money on herbs. So we're going to integrate herbs and also salad greens. He eats a lot, and so those go bad pretty quickly, so we're going to try to integrate the herbs and salad greens. Luckily, he wants a greenhouse, so we will be able to develop herbs and salad greens probably almost year-round here.
Stuart, your place sounds awesome.
Thank you.
In the evening session, well, my group has spent most of the evening session interviewing our client, but most of the assembled here, they had a viewing of Alan Savory's TED Talk. It's interesting stuff. I'm sure you can find it online. And so for dessert this evening, Stuart whipped up some chocolate chip cookie dough, and we used another one of Tim Barker's rocket stove powered cooking implements, which is a rocket stove oven, which is awesome. It really takes hardly any wood to get going. When I look at it and I compare it to what we used to do in our wood cook stove when we lived in the yurt, the amount of wood is, I can't even compare it. It's essentially the same idea, but with a really much more efficient combustion unit.
We're going to bake these chocolate chip cookies in the rocket oven.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Next one.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Did you make this one, Tim?
Yeah. Young Canadian guy, Steve, and I sort of bonded over the week and put it together. This has been here for a couple of years now. So the idea was that it would be for stuff like this where you can actually get some stuff cranking.
Well, not before it's cooked. I didn't taste it though.
Delicious cookies on cool technology. It was a great way to end the day.
Well, I've been doing my best to be in the classes as well, and you can just imagine me juggling all the things between being in the classes and editing the videos and caring for our 3 children. There's no shock as far as the lifestyle goes living in a camper. Either it's not that different from what we always do, or the transition just isn't hard for them. There are some other kids here. They are all the best of friends, as if they have met their magic soulmates, like Anne of Green Gables or something. They're all having a really great time. There's a lot of people around that I'm interested in, and I'm doing just fine.
Thanks for watching.
Lightning bolts. They're the huge one there, Milo.
Oh, right there, right there.
Right there, right there. Good night, Tubby. There's been a development. It's a bug and I don't know what it's called. I have to go.
Do you like Bug City?
Yeah, I love bugs. Stella hates bugs because she's not really used to
I love bugs and reptiles and small reptiles and
Do the Ponder kids know what it is? It looks like a big beetle to me.
No.
Is it a stink bug?
No.
I kissed it.
Don't kiss the bug. Don't kiss the bug.